Oh, come on now. This one hasn't given us too much trouble. No free rides on this one, guys, unfortunately. All I'm allowed to do is sit here and look at it. Stupid nice car. Hey, how you doing? according to the gentleman that dropped this off with us, he said the color combination on the exterior and the interior is a rare combination. We have, no way of knowing that, but everyone that's looked at it so far has been really impressed with it. Would you rather drive a G-Wagon or the Lamborghini? Inside of which one? The answer is yes, just which one do you want to see? Lamborghini, yep. So, this is just an 05, I think. It's either 04 or 05, yeah, it's a 2005, so if you notice a lot of similarities between like an Audi or a Volkswagen, you're not crazy. But it's still Lamborghini. Absolute blast to drive. And of course, wherever you take it, people, give you thumbs up and ask what you do. And best part of my job is making up different occupations and pretending that this stuff is mine. Yeah, it's badass. The name of the red is like Bengal red, suede headliner, all that cool stuff. Suede pillars. Which nice car? Oh, let me guess. It's gonna be the Nova. I already know it, right? Right? Ah, I knew it. This is the boss man's. This is JW's Nova. He actually drag races it. I wish I knew some times to spit out at you guys, but I don't off the top of my head, but this thing's a real deal. No, it's got, here. I'll text him. Actually, I'll call him. Right now. Live. Yes, you can. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can open it on my own. Come on, boss man. He didn't answer. All right. He'll call me back. I'll get you a time. Okay. While we wait for him to call me back, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Will I be so lucky? No. At least it's light. If I break something, I blame you guys. Let's see. Here you go. Bro, I was struggling. I wish I knew what I was looking at. Somebody educate me. What we got here? We got some scholars in here, man. A motor. I do not, man. I'm sorry. I've called him a third time, and he will not answer me. He's scared. Let's see. Big block Chevy. Big ass 4-barrel. Carbon nitrous. Yep. For those of you that don't know, the coolest part about JW is him and his brothers build everything. Like, between him, his middle brother Daniel, and the youngest Brian, they build everything that they have. So, like, literally 3 brothers built this car together, which is, pretty cool. A lot of the times with, dudes you watch on YouTube, it's a bunch of guys that he pays to put this shit together. But this is something he built at his own shop, at his own house, with his own family, which is pretty tight. I'm going to tell him you said that. I'm going to tell him you called this a pavement princess. Get him to upload videos of him taking this down the drag strip. All right. Let's see what else we got. Anything else that interests you guys, or do you want me to go over to where square bodies are? I'll take the silence as square bodies. Let's go. Yep, there we go. Thank you, Tyler. Oh, shit. Hood pins. Tyler, Daniel from the off-road shop was here the other day, and he was telling me about a pallet that they shipped out to you. The Vespa. I feel like I should put this hood back on. I don't want you guys to watch me because I feel like it'll be embarrassing, but maybe it'll be funny. hole somewhere. Boom. You'll never know. I did. Damn near walked away with them. What did you get, Tyler? Did you steps and track bar and stuff? Mustang. Mustang where? We do not. The only Mustang we have at the moment is a V6. So sad face. And then unfortunately, we don't get a lot of tuners. No Supras, no GTRs, nothing cool. We did have a Type R Integra. That went to California. Everything but the steps. If you've got everything else, you may as well get those. We're going. Running. A couple of the boss man's mud trucks. No bikes either, partner. Hey, there's nowhere to go, man. There's no designated crossing area. This one just got rewrapped with the logo of the channel y'all are watching now. They're still working on that 8-door Duramax. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that project, but that's still in pieces down at the off-road shop. A lot of things just got in front of that, unfortunately, especially with all the square bodies blowing up. Nobody really expected that. Uh-oh. Got a phone call. Boss man. Hello, sir. So, I'm on live with all of our friends, and they really like your Nova, and we need some times. How fast? No. Oh my God, they're listening to us right now. Oh my God, like today?
Today.
Okay, so tell them again. Tell them we're making a video today.
We will be making a video today. Stay tuned for it to release. We'll have it up early afternoon.
Okay, fine. Jeez.
All right.
All right, you're not going to tell them the horsepower or anything?
Not yet.
You suck.
To be determined.
Okay, thanks for nothing. Bye. God, he's useless. Okay, as I recover from disappointment, I'll just show you guys all these all these trucks. 1988 3500. This one's nasty. This one could not be in any better of condition. They didn't go with the wides and the boggers and everything because it's This is just more practical. And every build we do looks like this. You know what I mean? And it's sick, but, you know, sometimes it's just nice to show you can do something else, that you're not just a one-trick pony. Which red one? This red one? That red one? This red one? You probably meant the 4-door. Right? Crew cab, yeah. Well, if we look at the window sticker, the price says JW. So, I think this one, I don't even want to tell you and then be wrong, but I think it's in the 70s, I think. It seems insane, but it's not insane when people, you know, are paying it. Dibs on the black one. Black one is just too crazy nice. I mean, it's got all these digital gauges on the dash. I think it was Wild Boy Customs that did like the initial build. And I mean, you could eat off that frame, bro. I mean, that's just, it's immaculate. We've done our touches, you know, got the steps. Oh, whoopsies. There we go. You know, the track bar system and all that stuff. JW is keeping this one at the moment. It will be, and just so you guys know, where you see that comment where it's going to be 100, I'm not sure how accurate that is, but I can promise you we we paid damn near close to that for it. So I think that's why we're keeping it for a while. This is just beyond nice. That someone took an incredible amount of time and put an incredible amount of effort into making this right. We build things, you know, to that caliber of which you can use it. You know what I mean? That's what we're really doing with all these square bodies, is making it so that you can use these trucks and almost make them legitimately practical. Because I'm sure most of you have driven an older truck before, and especially in these square bodies, you go to turn and you can get like one crank out of the steering wheel before you know, smack into that wall, and you're doing 8-point turns in the parking lot, especially if you've got these wheels on them. So it just makes it impossible to drive. And I don't know if you guys have seen the video, but JW teased me a little bit because I'd been spoiled by the fact that all the square bodies I ever driven had our stuff on it. And the day I hopped into one that didn't, I was like, "Sir, there's something wrong." And they just laughed at me. But we just got this one, I think, fell in Indiana. Super cool gentleman. Took really good care of his stuff. JW's really impressed just because so much of it is original. And not only is it original, but it's in great shape. Not only is it in great shape, but there's the 15574 you see, 15,000 miles. That is original. Verifiable by the title and verifiable by, I don't know if it's right there or if it's in the folder in the office, but there's a like a mileage log that somebody was filling out all the way back to, you know, the 90s, where it was, you know, had 4,000 miles, you know, 7, 10, sat for 20 years. It's pretty cool. He had a really long story with it. I think JW is gonna make a video and tell that story. This Jeep. This is another JW project. Unfortunately, this one doesn't get the love it deserves. It's obviously, you can tell it lived outside for a while at some point in its life. You know, things aren't connected, yada yada yada. But it's nasty. When this was done being built, when this was brand new, you know, brand new build rolling out of the garage, I'm sure it was sick, but JW got too many damn toys. It should get a lot of love. I mean, look at this thing. I'm sure I sympathize with a lot of you guys when I say if I had something with King coilovers, bro, I'd be shining them things every weekend. I would never let my coilovers end up looking like that. It hurts my heart. If I had something with King's coilovers on it, man, I'd just be sitting in the garage looking at it. Oh, man. So all this cool stuff in here, y'all know what the coolest thing is? A midget. No, not a derogatory term. Literally, a midget. Every person, we don't have a lot of small fellas that work here. So when myself or Mike or Alvin get into this thing, she starts leaning, brother. I'm talking about scraping. Like the side of this car goes down a couple inches. It's snowing where you are, Tyler? Jeez. It's finally starting to be consistently cold here. Virginia's so whack. Every now and again, it'll be, police coming in the parking lot. Now, Virginia is so strange. Like, it'll be a 50-degree high for 3 days in a row, and then it'll be 75 degrees. It's just... It's absolutely. I knew that. I didn't want to say it out loud just in case you got mad, but I knew that's where you were. I thought I remembered that. Y'all got to check this out. We do a little bit of buying. If you go to our Instagram, Davis Auto Sales VA on Instagram, the very first picture that's pinned on our profile, it'll actually give you a phone number and a list of instructions. So if you text that phone number, your VIN, pictures, a description, and if you owe any money, we will, JW and I will get together at some point in the day and we try to respond to as many people as we can, but we get probably 10 or 15 of those texts every day, guys. So just bear with us. We'll always get back to you. And yes. Okay, hold on. Let me catch up here. I answered that you buying. I want that Jeep too, man. Yes, we are a dealer. North Chesterfield, Virginia. Davis Auto Sales. Been here 50 years. Family business. And yes, sir. This is the V10. This is a SRT10 RAM 1500 2004. It's a Viper truck. Let's just tell it how it is. It's a Viper truck. It is a 8.3 liter V10. Even better, someone smacked a Whipple on here. So kudos to whoever had that idea, because this thing is gnarly. I mean, you can be going like 20. God, I probably shouldn't say this, but we're far enough into the video, I don't think JW will catch me. When I go to take pictures of these things, I like to try to, use them. And you can be rolling at like 20, 30 miles an hour in third gear. You would think flooring it'd be a little sluggish. Dude, you'll still break away. It is nuts how wicked fast, how much torque this truck has. And this was built, we have a gentleman that has a lot of vehicles here with us for sale. He has, there we go. He has a repair shop of his own. He does a lot of building, a lot of over-the-road truck repair. really good guy, stand-up guy, and he had this built for himself. And I mean, it was professionally built. It was, dyno tuned, all that stuff. So a lot of effort went into this build. Oh yeah, the best part about this thing is the V10, dude. It doesn't sound like anything else. Everybody's got a V8, headers, exhaust. Like, everybody knows what that sounds like, but this is just a different animal. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to drive. And it's only got 40,000 miles on it. And all the work wasn't done that long ago. We've got paperwork for everything that was done to it. And this one's sitting right at $39,995. We do have a $298 processing fee, which is like literally one of the cheapest processing fees that exists. And title and taxes and stuff isn't included, but if you don't live in Virginia, that doesn't really matter to you anyway. See, Dougie, all-wheel drive stuff, dude, I love it. You can't, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the video, but that G-Wagon, the leg up that thing has over a lot of the other high-performance stuff here is that it's all-wheel drive. This truck is $39,995. $39,995 there, Noah. And you can check it out on our website, davis4x4.com, Davis 4x4. What, are you hiding somewhere, Tyler? Trying to watch? Last show you guys before I wrap this up. Is this the mud truck? Awesome, awesome customer of ours. Actually, the same customer that, I don't know if you guys have seen the 2500. I think it's an 86. It's red and white. It's a GMC square body that we have. If you haven't seen it, check the website. It's awesome. Stupid nice build. Favorite part about it is that it's got the plaid interior. But back to this. This is the Leapfrog. Totally custom built, ground up. Nothing about it is, something you could take from another truck and put it together. This is just a absolute gnarly toy. Just madness. I think it's sitting at 1,400 horsepower, which is just hard for me to comprehend, but just so cool, man. Absolutely cool. This is on the website. The price you see on the website, it includes this Can-Am. So for, I think it's $69,995, you get a 1,400 horsepower professionally built mud truck and a Can-Am Outlander 570. Sound bar, light bar, all that cool stuff on it, winch. So, pretty neat deal. Yeah, we do have a couple of cheap trucks. Cheap is relative. It's a loose term to throw around nowadays. Are you still on live? Says Boss Man. Yes. I'm talking to my friends. God, leave me alone. Let's see. Hold on, let me catch up. Let's see. 20K just popped up. That's a great number. Because the least expensive, let me put it that way, that you're gonna find from us is gonna typically be 18 to 20,000, and that's gonna be for something bone stock, might have some paint bubbling somewhere. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be an absolute. It's not gonna be a stud like some of these other trucks, but you can obviously turn it into that. It's a good starting point. If you don't have the 50, 60, 70K that you're willing to just drop, and trust me, I say that as someone who also does not have and will not have the ability to do that, that's a cool starting point, and you can do one thing at a time and end up building something exactly like what you see on this showroom floor. And Dougie, you said the K5. Hold on. You talking about the white one over there? Which one? This one over here? K5, 34,995. Texas truck. It's got the 5.7. I think JW and I did a ride along, and that one, AC blows cold, radio works, no cracks in the dash, yada yada. All the reasons that the price is what it is. I hope this is the one you were talking about. Dude, and that's what happens. I mean, you end up, you want a toy, you want to do something cool to it, and you start looking at stuff, and you're like, well, I don't want to just get the cheap stuff or get, what makes it, I want to get, all the nicest stuff, and you end up digging yourself a pretty deep hole, but at least you got a cool toy. The white K5 that we just looked at over there was $34,995, and this Suburban is $19. So there's a good example right there. This one has a lift. It's got. So, listen, hear me out. So it's got powder coated stuff underneath of it. It was just done a long time ago. This is somebody's 2002 build, you know what I'm saying? But thankfully, the dude took incredibly nice care of it. And I'm talking about this kind of nice care. Davis 4x4. Davis4x4.com. You go there, type in square body on that homepage. And it'll pull up literally every single one of these trucks except the black one, unfortunately. But back to this. This is a perfect example of what we were talking about when it comes to, cheap trucks. It's got cool stuff done underneath it. Headlights are new. Interior's been well taken care of. There's already a lift kit on here. Technically, you could take this to any of the shows that we take any of this stuff to and chill with us, man. You know what I mean? And for a quarter of the investment, and I don't know, it makes it fun. It's not a rich man's game. Anybody that takes care of their stuff, takes pride in what they do, and is proud of what they bring can come and hang out. As far as negotiation kind of stuff, phone call, got a broken weight. As far as negotiations go, that's all JW. I personally, as the cameraman and inventory guy, I don't have the horsepower to negotiate. My manager, Mike, and my boss, JW, they both can You guys still there? There we go. It started. Where did we leave off? I was yapping and the phone was frozen. I'll just start over. Cash does talk. If you got money in your pocket versus needing financing, it is a much easier road. We're much more apt to negotiate at that point because I can just to educate you guys a little bit. Financing on this stuff is almost impossible. Everything you see here in this room basically cannot be financed. Why can't it be financed? Because it's too old. These things are too old. That 6-door in the corner, which is a 23 F450, is not counting that it has a flatbed, like a Western hauler type bed. It's not counting the forged wheels. It's not counting that it's a daggone 6-door. So when you take that window sticker to a bank, they're going to be like, why in the world are you going to pay $200,000 for a truck that's booking out at 80? Well, because it's not a bone stock F450. And the same is going to be said for these trucks, but it's worse because this 1991 Suburban books out at probably $4,500, and it's going to be impossible to explain to a lady at a bank that drives a RAV4 why you're spending $20,000 on a $4,500 truck, but they just don't understand A, the market, and B, all the stuff done to it. Did you slip away for a haircut?
I can finally afford a haircut because Minpack says they're going to fix our lifts.
Hooray.
So I can stop spending money on fluid to keep filling up every time I need to use it. So that money went into a jug and I got a haircut fund fast.
Went into
and
a
a
jug.
shave. Has Christian been talking to you guys?
For 48
He
minutes.
says he's been talking and communicating to you guys. If so, I will give him a big pat on his back.
Oh,
He likes
hooray.
it so much. He's a, what are you, millennial?
No, I'm Gen X, Z,
Gen
whatever.
X or Z. They like pats on their back.
Yeah.
To accommodate things. So, but if you guys have missed any of the cool stuff going on, little Friday update. We're gonna do a filmed video. He said you guys really had a lot of questions about my race car. I don't put a lot of personal stuff in there, but that's a cool car with a cool story, and we'll bring you guys a lot of details. And I'm not like a lot of racers. I could give two SHITS's about it. It's fun. I go to have fun. I drive that car. That car is driven. I go to the gas station. I shouldn't be putting pump gas in it, as Daniel and Brian tell me, because every now and then it leads to a repair. But I do drive it to restaurants. Both my daughters love riding in it. Driving to all kinds of car shows and cruise-ins. Actually, I was driving to my dad's funeral, but that was a very emotional day. So I ended up just riding, but I did get it cleaned up and ready. But I'll tell you all some stuff on that. And again, that car's driven, and I'm trying to get a class put together. So if you guys are watching local or from afar, or your drag racing background, and you have a real street car, I'm trying to put together the most real street car class you can imagine. But in here, I'm sure he's been showing you the square bodies. We've got 10 that aren't in here. I've got 5 more on the way. I've got 2 or 3 more that we have been working back and forth on getting purchased. My transport guys are actually in snow right now, I think in Wisconsin, with 2 beautiful square bodies coming this direction. And then he's got to head out to deliver a couple things this weekend, one being a huge crane truck, which I just saw go by. Thanks for the purchase on that. Customer out there, I think he watches the channel. What else do we have? What other questions did you have, Christian?
Well, I was just explaining to them about a guy asked the price. He said, "Do we negotiate?" He was talking about cash talks. I was explaining to them why financing is difficult for these trucks, and like the 6-door, it's next to impossible.
Yeah, it's very tough. So if you guys have good credit, I guess the best way to explain this is a case-by-case basis. It's very, very hard for us to dictate across the phone. If you have substantial credit, money in the bank, good situation. If you know you could go get a new truck tomorrow, chances are you might could get one of these also. But when it comes to 6-door trucks and these trucks, the problem comes into, well, with newer trucks, it comes into value. They don't have a way to value a 6-door truck. They don't have a way to value that custom build. Those are things you are paying for, they're not free. With a classic truck, it doesn't really matter about the value, just it matters about the credit. If you have credit available that you can buy a $100,000 truck new, you probably can buy a $50,000 or $60,000 classic car or truck. And we have lenders for that. Another reminder, looking across the hood of that red truck being so clean and being so dusty, we should have an order of car covers. I got some custom fitted car covers.
Nice.
And for our higher end trucks, like this one when it sells and a couple others, we're going to include custom fitted, actual proper fitted car covers. I made a deal with a car company. I said we buy a lot of them. Heck, we could buy 2 dozen just tomorrow just to start covering the ones we got tucked away that aren't for sale.
Can we have a logo? Can there be a logo on them?
You know, we may get a logo. That's a good question, and I meant to ask that. So I had to get Christian back on that, and/or we may can have our the guy you've been working with on our new hoodies.
Okay.
And Mike can work with him on that, and we just have to figure out where they need to go.
Yeah.
It would be pretty sweet. Either be like on the tailgate area, on the hood, or the grill. Good thought on that. We do have some hoodies coming. Unlike everywhere else, I watched the video last night. You guys know, I need to quit turning away. I don't have mics on. We don't push our merch sale. We don't do giveaways. I watched the whole thing about it last night, how to do it properly and all that. We actually talked to a sweepstakes company that can handle it, but you know, they take money, everybody takes money. It's just a gimmick in the long run. I don't want to push a gimmick, but I think we will come up with something soon as some sort of giveaway and just start to grow that part of things. Because the channel's getting good following, we got a lot of you guys out there. We want you guys wearing our merch. We love going to an event and seeing people wearing our merch. Nothing better than that. And we're stepping our game up on. Hopefully my daughter will be back in now that we have more space with the new building. We'll have something organized. But right now we're doing pretty good with it. So we do have it online. It is e-commerce. We do sell a few here and there. It's not a big part of the business, but it's growing. So please remember, we do have all kinds of different merch available. And it should be on the website, especially our newest design, Square Body, which is my favorite. Kristen left the door open like we're just heating it in the whole world.
There's no daggone. Is there heat in here?
Yeah, you don't feel it?
No.
Why are the fans not running?
I don't know. There's no heat or AC in here, guys. Just he's bullying me. That's the design.
Oh, here's why they're not running. The switches aren't on. Why are you here in the dark?
What do you?
The LED lights weren't even on.
Stop it.
Were these on?
Stop. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Yes,
These
they.
on?
Yes, they
They were on? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, while we got some of you guys, this is one style of trim that came on the newer Chevrolets, and then there's the old body style trim. I don't have the old style in here, but as we're putting finishing touches on this truck, what are your guys' thoughts on some body trim? Just to break it up a little, what would it look? It would not look like this because this would not be era correct for this year truck. It would look more like that. What do you guys put some trim on the side of that truck?
So it'd be the all chrome.
It'd be the all chrome with the black insert. We want to include you guys as much as possible on a lot of these things.
Naked trim, chrome trim. Naked, chrome.
And if you're seeing this
Naked
truck for the
chrome.
first time because you're watching live, you don't watch our episodes, we brought some stuff on it yesterday. I didn't touch on a lot of things, but I'm going to do a full, thorough video when this truck's officially for sale, but it's still several steps away from being ready. It's a cool truck, but it's not a ready truck yet. It's got the big HD drive shafts, with the power steps. It's got Daniel and Brian steering and crossover track bar. It's a cool truck. We just finished rewiring a ton of things. We just finished putting heat and AC on it. We've got to finish that stuff up. 6-door truck. Deal is pending on that truck, but we have not seen funds yet. It's been a very popular truck. We get a ton of viral videos about it. So if you guys are looking for one of those, what else? We have a 650. We have a 6-door 650. It's only other 6-door I currently have. White, black, and sold a few weeks ago.
To answer your question, Doug, there's a lot of stuff in that 50K range. If you go to davis4x4.com and go to the square body, type in square body on that homepage, it'll bring up literally all of them.
So it was something I thought about. I think we're gonna make a tab on our website for square bodies.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna make a tab, and on there, I think I'm also gonna put project trucks because we have a big handful of project trucks. Right now, I've got a Blazer that would be amazing for somebody for a decent deal. We've got a dually project that's on 6 boilers.
Ram Charger?
2 Suburbans. We have the Ram Charger, but that's gonna be finished. That's not a square body. But I think we're gonna make a square body section. That way, if you get in there, you can go to it. There's a lot of people searching for those, and a lot of times they don't like scrolling through our 300 vehicles or whatever it is currently on there. So I think we're gonna consolidate that a little bit, give you a little bit more. And on there, I think we can also link some stuff with Daniels on there.
Yeah. That way it'd be super easy to find the steps and all that stuff. Because
I think we can also put some stuff that we have that we may part with, such as like every now and then we got a really nice bed, we got some nice doors. We hoard most of that stuff, but right now we've got an overload on the hoarding product. So we may actually put some of that stuff on there too. So I think that's something we'll do to come. Midnight controversy, I hope you spent the rest of the day, in all honesty. I made a joke about it because it's really become a joke. It is 1 month today. My Advanced Auto Parts representative reminded me, 1 month today since we made a video, which we did take down pretty much immediately because it went explosive with people bashing this particular company. And I don't like that. I didn't want to do that. I just told the honest truth of the problem we were having and not having any results. So they reached out all the way to super high up, reached out and said, look, we're going to make this right. And every couple of days we get a promise and a promise. Nothing has happened yet. But supposedly we're getting some parts today. We'll have a technician next week. So we'll stay in touch and see. Again, I hate that because that's a big company. If I ran a business like that, and we have such bad people knocking at our doors. But, you know, I guess.
damn, man.
It's the most rattly trailer I've ever seen.
Bro, just
What is up with that safe? Why do we have a safe in our parking lot?
I don't know. Who dropped that here? Like, who actually dropped that here?
I can't tell the whole story. But that's a big old safe that's very heavy in our parking lot.
It looks super old.
It is old. It's very heavy. It's a real safe. There's no money in it. I'm not sure.
It's a good spot for it, I guess.
Can't believe neither one of these 70s Fords have sold. We've got the one that needs repairs. That's actually Junior, one of our really good customers, shop owners. Father-in-law's truck he bought brand new, and then we've got this 73 that's ours. Both these trucks are awesome. Look at the bed on this truck.
Yeah, super nice.
The interior's clean. I hate that it's sitting outdoors, but we don't have space. All our buildings are full. But that's a nice truck, and I don't have any clue why this truck or the other one have not sold yet. The other one's 14, this one's like 24.
Tell Doug how easy shipping is.
So shipping doesn't really matter where you are unless you're in Puerto Rico or Africa or somewhere. If you're in the continental 48 or lower 48, whatever the proper word is, it's pretty easy. We use a network which is all insured and competent shippers. A lot of our vehicles are bigger. Like if I wanted to ship this, I can get that shipped. That's no problem. We have the right ones for the right job. It's not an issue. And the process, if you go back and watch our how to buy a vehicle video, I think it's in our favorites on our regular channel. It's very simple. But lo and behold, basically buy the truck, we'll have it to you. If you're, within 1,000 miles away, you'll have it in 2 to 3 days. It's not an issue. If you're across the country, it might take a week, but we've got trucks coming and going both directions all the time. We got a Hummer coming from California. We'll be here on Sunday. We're going to meet with the customer, with the transporter. Mike, which actually lives on site, he's here all the time. We have transporters picking up at midnight. I hate that for him, but sometimes, you know, he has to be up late to meet with these people. So anyway, I got to catch this call. Christian's going to keep on rolling around.
Yep. Some questions to answer. Doug, are you lying to me? Tell me you're lying to me, Doug. If you're in Jamaica, I'm going to be upset. God, if you're in Jamaica, Jesus. We have a K5 too. You want a complete K5. We have that white one I showed you. Texas truck, no rust, white exterior, interior, 5.7. Tell me you're lying. And if you're actually, oh my God. Of course you are. Of course. So I can't even be mad. Thank you for your service. And thank you for making me upset. So, all jokes aside, shipping out of the country, unfortunately, like you said, your problem is going to be shipping. That is going to be your problem because we can get it to any port, but once it arrives, like literally at the front gate of that port, it's out of our hands at that point. So. And of course, they make it as complicated as possible. So you have to have like a port liaison. Like you literally have to have some guy that meets the driver at the port and then takes possession of the truck to take it into the port. So then it can be loaded up in some, metal container or crate or whatever else. And then it'll come to you, and then you have to have another port liaison at whatever port it's going to arrive at, and I think you have to be there to take ownership of it, and of course there's going to be customs and all that other BS, so it just becomes a nightmare, a logistical nightmare, but honestly, bro, if you're genuinely in Jamaica, I could not think of anything cooler than that K5. You know what I mean? That would be so sick. And I can't imagine there's a bunch of mint condition square body Blazers in Jamaica. So that'd be pretty sick. Yeah. So like I said, literally any port, any big shipping port of any kind. There's actually one less than an hour from us here in Virginia. We can go down to Texas, we can go to California. I don't know what direction off the U.S. Jamaica's in, but whatever the closest state is, we can get it there. Yeah, no, it's so stupid. All the rules, dude. I think that's what that liaison is for. Is like he goes through some checklist. Basically, because if it comes into the gate of that port and it doesn't, check some box, then it's just going to sit there and they're not going to do anything with it, which is just ridiculous. But we've had some cool situations, man. We've had people that have bought trucks from us. We've had people that have bought trucks from us that had them shipped by cargo plane, which is just so cool. Like, how badass is that? Let's see what he's going to yap about next. I'm still talking.
Oh, my gosh.
65 minutes, sir.
What has happened to this guy? Y'all have really got him going. Something has changed. So what you got there? Let me see the screen.
I was talking to this guy, Doug, about, of course he's in Jamaica, and I asked him if he was joking. I said, "You're lying to me." He said he's not lying to me. He's retired there. Okay. And I was telling him about getting stuff to ports and having a port liaison and all this,
So here's the thing. It can go real easy or it can go real complicated. We can only get something to a port. At the port, depending on the port and where it's going, there has to be a liaison. Sometimes that's super easy if you're aware and ready for it. And basically, we surrender the vehicle and all the paperwork to them, and then they take the host of it for you, the customer, on the receiving end. Because inside the port, this is the part that baffles me, and I've never been. I've sent my transporters, I've sent my employees before. I sent one employee, I'll tell you this real quick, it explains how it works. They had a limousine going to Africa. So we dropped it off at the port of Baltimore, not too far away. Baltimore's a couple hours from here. No problem. He left here like 7. He got there about 9:30 with traffic, and I was going to Uber him back. So he says, I'm here. Cool. So I put in for an Uber. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to Uber somebody 2.5 hours, but it worked. So I put in for an Uber. I found an Uber. He said, whoa, cancel that. He says, I got to go through all this process. Well, what we didn't understand, I guess, is once it goes across the secure lines of the port, that is secure from America to Africa. So basically, it's almost like being in Africa. Everything has to be checked for their standards. It's a crazy process. Now, this was during COVID. Things were way, 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 way worse. Now, I don't think it's as bad, but still a process that has to be done. It's not a hard process. Don't be scared of it. We just had something go to Puerto Rico. Super easy. It wasn't a problem at all. The guy got it. It was great. The paperwork was smooth. So don't be scared of that whatsoever. It's just part of a process. So anyway, just make sure you have all your P's and Q's together. We can handle it. Jamaica would be cool. I don't think we've sold to Jamaica yet. So if it is something that you want, let us know. We get the purchase done. The vehicle's real. The titles are here. Not an issue to get all that taken care of. And we can help get it to that port. I don't know at that time. I guess it would go out of Miami. We'd get it to the Miami port, and then it would get to you, and you'd receive it at your port of destination. So it is not really a problem. I know it's a little confusing. There are a few extra steps involved, but it can happen for sure. We've done Africa. We've done, Christian can tell you, Brazil, so many other places. We've done a lot, and it's never been a problem whatsoever. Now, one difference with us is we have our paperwork in order. If you buy this car, this truck, that car, that truck, that car, we have the titles. We have all the proper paperwork, and we will help with any paperwork you need to bring it into your country. So we can't fill out your country forms. You have to do that, but we can help with them. So just let us know how to help. We'll be happy to do it. And Christian, keep on impressing me there.
All right. All righty. No problem there. Okay. Well, you got it from the horse's mouth. It's not the worst deal in the world. It's just a little complicated. Scares a lot of people off. But it's obviously it's possible. So, and I see your comment. So yeah, no problem. You know, Houston, I can't think of how many miles. I know Dallas is like 1,300 miles from right here. So however much further it is or closer, I really can't remember. But yeah, you're looking at like $1.50 a mile to get a truck from here to wherever. That's a safe number, $1.50 to $2 a mile. But we always I know it sounds bad to say, obviously we lowball first. So, you know, if it's 1,200 miles away, we're going to hit them with $1,000. Most of the time, someone will come pick it up. Other times, you might have to bump it up to 13, 14. So basically, if you're going to sit down and do the math one night, let me give you the spitball numbers. The truck is $34,995. We'd be willing to waive a processing fee just because it'd be cool to get a truck to Jamaica. So you'd be looking at $34,995 out the door. It'll have 30-day temporary tags. And like JW just said, we hold the title to literally like all 400 vehicles we have in our inventory. And then you're looking at the $1.50 a mile. Let's say, you know, you're 1,500 miles away or whatever. You know, do the math on that. You know, whatever that would be. It's like $22.50 maybe. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. To get it to that port. And then once it's there, like he kind of said, you've got the liaison. You've got that guy who's our driver is gonna surrender the vehicle over to, They're going to go through their checklist, and then once it gets through that, you might be all right, because then it's basically ready for Jamaica. So cool. And Doug, you can call us anytime, Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and you can literally ask for me or JW. Again, my name is Christian. There's JW, there's Mike. He's kind of like the manager. He's the guy who's on site. When you call, and for everybody, when you call this place, when you call Davis Auto Sales in Richmond, Virginia, here's the list of people you're going to get. You're going to get me, Christian, or you're going to get JW, the owner himself. You're going to get his mom, who's the real owner. No, you're going to get his mom, Mike, the manager, or Becca, the sweet lady who sits up front. So there's literally 5 or 6 people that are going to answer the phone here, all of which can get you to me, can get you to JW, and we'll get a handle for you. So go on our website, Doug, davis4x4.com. Find that K5 Blazer. It's white. Like I said, just type in square body on that homepage, and it will come up. But again, it's white truck, $34,995, blue interior, cold AC, hot heat, no rips, no cracks, no check engine lights. It's already got a set of mud tires on it, pretty original chrome wheels. So, it's going to be a blast from the past kind of deal. But again, man, when you call here, you get one of us. So me, Christian, who's talking to you in this live stream, you can literally call and talk to me, and we can continue this conversation. Also, just because I know that sounded sales pitchy, we don't work off commission here. We don't get commission. So it is no skin off anybody's back here who you end up talking to, or if you buy something or don't. And that's another reason why some people find it strange sometimes the way we do business, because if you call and you want something super pristine, super this, super that, and let's say you say it's gotten to have no rust, and this particular one you're looking at has rust, I'm going to tell you that, straight off the bat. And if I lose you because of it, I'll lose you because of it. We don't want you to get something that's not what you're looking for, just so we can try to make a sale. But again, guys, if you have any other questions, we'll probably do another live stream video today. If you're still here 74 minutes later, I applaud you. You're awesome. Comment, and I'll go back through this video. I'm going to keep in mind Doug and my boy Tyler. Who else did I talk to today? Talked to Noah, talked to ZMX. What a cool live stream this was. I got bread in the comment section. We'll hit you guys up. We'll make something happen. Send you a shirt, send you a hoodie, something of that nature. But yeah, man, if you guys have any other questions, let us know. And please, for the love of God, stay tuned for the later video today. I'm going to make sure he stays true to his word. Sometimes time slips away from JW. And make sure that he makes the video on his race car. Let's see. Does this work? Oh, come on. Why doesn't this work? This blows. I wanted to ride this scooter. God, everything sucks. All right, guys. I really appreciate y'all watching. Doug, give me a call here in a few. Call the office. Again, my name's Christian. I'll get you straight, man. I wish that'd be the case, but no, like JW said, I'll just get a pat on the back, which I'm cool with, man. I'm happy to make anybody happy here and do my part. It's what I'm here to do. It's my job. But thanks, Doug. Thanks, everybody else. You guys are great. We'll probably do more of these live streams because it's been fun. Thanks, guys.